Hello, my name is Akua Hinds, and you are watching Akua Hinds Online. Thank you so much for watching. I just want to take a few minutes today to discuss the differences between an independent contractor and an employee. This morning, I wrote an article, and it is going to be published on helium.com, and I will be tweeting that article out on my Twitter. So if you're not following me on Twitter already, please do follow me on Twitter. And my Twitter name is at Akua Hinds, so the at symbol and AKUAHINDS. And I talked about the risks of becoming self-employed. Now, self-employment is available to every single person on the planet. However, not everyone is comfortable with the idea of being self-employed. And some of you might wonder, well, what's the difference between being an employee and being a self-employed independent contractor? And here are some of the differences. I have this sheet here, and it has some information about the differences between an employee and an independent contractor. Now, an employee is hired by a company, and the company has an agreement with the employee that they will pay the employee for working the set hours that the employer needs to have worked. So if you're working for a company and they determine your work hours and they determine what your roles and what your responsibilities are, you don't really have any say over your schedule, and they're also involved in paying for some of your medical and dental benefits, then you're an employee. The employer has the right to fire you, they have the right to hire you, and they have the right to determine how much you are going to be paid. Now, some benefits to being an employee is that the employer will pay for the tools that you need and the equipment that you need to do your job. You have some rights as an employee. Sometimes there are unions involved working on your behalf to make sure that your employee rights are protected. And yeah, I mean, there's just also there's an added benefit if this is what you prefer, whereas you don't have to make any of the tough decisions. The employer has that responsibility to make decisions for the business. Now, if you are an independent contractor, some of the differences between being an independent contractor and being an employee are that you are responsible for providing your own tools for your business and your own equipment. For instance, your business card is a tool. It's a marketing tool that you use and that you need to help to promote yourself. There's no employer that's going to pay for that for you. You are responsible for that as an independent contractor. You're responsible for paying for the equipment you need. If it's a telephone, if it's an instrument, if it's a computer, you're responsible for providing those things to get the job done. Also, as an independent contractor, you have the right to accept or refuse work from the company that you're contracting work with. So, for instance, if there's a job and they want you to do it, as an independent contractor, you have the right to say yes or no. Um, you also get to choose when you go on vacation. You get to choose where you work, how you work. There's a lot more choice involved in being an independent contractor. You do also have to choose how you want your medical and dental benefits covered. If you want to start saving money up for that, or if you want to put it on a credit card, whatever you need to do, you have to make that choice because you are not an employee and that will not be covered by an employer. So there are pros and cons to being an employee, and there are also pros and cons to being an independent contractor. And you need to decide what makes you feel most comfortable. If you're comfortable with being an employee, you don't want to have to make a lot of the tough decisions for a business. You want to know that you're getting a guaranteed paycheck for guaranteed hours of working. Um, that is something that, might make you really happy. And if it does, then being an employee is probably a path that you should pursue and keep. If you prefer having the freedom to make your own choices and do your own thing, to be able to choose who you want to work with, how you want to work, where you want to work, where you want to go, and if you like the challenge of building a career from scratch, and building it up to the very top with no glass ceiling, then being an independent contractor might be the best choice for you. And I really have to say that I personally love being an independent contractor. Working as an employee, I haven't been an employee with just one company for a long time. I love the fact that I have the choice and the ability to work as an independent contractor for um, Akua Hinds Media, Music, and Merchandise, and that I do work with many clients, contractors, right here from my home. And I get to decide when I want to work, where I work, when I go on vacation. That's a big plus for me. Um, and I just want to say a big shout out and a thank you to all of the people around the world, not just here in Canada where I live, but around the world who have helped to make my journey to self employment so enjoyable. And I would not have been able to do it without you. I'm so proud to be the founder and owner of the number one interracial dating website in the world, www.interracialdesires.net. And I just am so thankful for the members and the customers around the world of that dating website that I own. My other dating website that I'm so proud of as well, www.richsinglesdate.net. Very grateful for all of the people who are taking a chance on themselves and finding love online and believe in online dating. I'm also very grateful to be a journalist and an actress and a marketer, home-based business owner with my independent passion parties business. And I'm just so happy to be able to talk with you here and now today. I'd love to connect with you further too. So please follow me on Twitter as well. You can also connect with me at www.akuahinds.com. And I look forward to continuing the conversation, and look out for really great videos coming up next, really great articles, wonderful media work. And if you are thinking about giving self-employment a try, I don't know how it's going to work for you, but I will say this, that it's definitely something that I cherish and that I'm so grateful for. It's affected every aspect of my life, and I want to strongly encourage you to give yourself a chance through self-employment. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.